Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Eyes Needed and a special edition of Idle Iktah. We have some new games out there, mini games, well, new mini game, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. So, we're going to go out on a winter expedition, a mountain expedition in the winter. So, get ready for some cold weather and uh, dealing with a little ice and snow. Here we go.
Hidden Grove, heading.
So, we have this mountain expedition that is available to us. So, let's go ahead and get there first. In your Skills tab, you'll find the way to go there. If you're using swiping methods for blind players, if you're using swiping methods, you'll find that right after go back, as you swipe right, is the seasonal events menu. I'm going to click on that.
Seasonal events. Current season. Winter. 24 days, 10 hours, 13 minutes, and 26 seconds until spring.
And we get to find out what season we're in and how long this season will continue.
21/19. Mountain Expedition.
And the seasonal event for now is the Mountain Expedition. So we're going to double tap on that. And there's a rewards tab, which you really can't use at this point, but I'll just skim through it. I've been through some teams, or through some expeditions, so I have some snow coins that I have acquired. But you will start with 0. So it's all going to be about what have you built up, what are your strengths. And if you notice in the background, you can still carry on with what you're doing in the main game while you are on this expedition. Some funky time warpy stuff, I guess. But that's the way of these things, right? Okay. So. As I said, snow coins, you won't get any yet.
Buy mountain pants for 20 snow coin. Buy mountain boots for 10 snow coin. Buy frozen chest for 3 snow coin.
Alright, so these are some options that you can get. Now, I'm going to go back up to the team tab, and we're going to look at the team, because those are the two elements. You have your rewards, which you get after you have been doing this for a while, and then you have your team, which is going to be something you can use from the get-go if you have enough rare shells. Now, I should also mention that, speaking of rare shells, advancement, etc., there seems to be a limit that you have to reach of ability, I guess, or something, to actually get the seasonal events, because on my iPad, where my overall level is not nearly as good, the seasonal events menu does not show up. So this is something that you can do as you get more experience in the game. Probably, I think once you've gotten citizen involvement, might be the key here. So that actually might work out to bring that to bring seasonal events to my iPad if I finish that seasonal or that citizen involvement quest, which I think might be my next one that I do. Okay, because it's the next one that has some kind of new elements to it, which is what I'm trying to go with for the main guide, is where the new elements start to come in. Alright, so as I said, 8 snow coins and 1213 1213 rare shell. Those are going to be used, the rare shells are going to be used to hire your team, which is drawn from the from community members. So that's, I guess, yeah, you want to be involved in the community if you're going to be hiring them for a team.
Margaret 5 rare shells selected. Gain 10 energy when completing a peak. Capture removed from team.
So I have added Margaret. Each one gives their own benefits, and I have added Margaret so far. Margaret is a valuable asset, even though she's not exceptionally expensive to hire, because when you get to the top of those peaks, your energy is going to be getting low, and I think having Margaret may help to make that work out better. Dario 10 spot a crevasse for you. But I think there's better selections to be had for an overall team member, so we're gonna go and check that out. I can replace one bad event with good weather with Pilar. May do that, may not. I don't know yet.
Not selected. Yeti token rewards give +5. Tap to add to team.
Oliver is very specific, and just, he's all about the Yeti tokens, which I guess, if I remember correctly, he's the one that has the thing for the Sasquatch, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But he's very specific to just the Yeti tokens and Yeti events. Not gonna keep him.
Can tell the status of uncertain events. Tap to add to team.
Mateo is a very valuable member, I think, because I think that he is very possibly the one who gives you a sense of how likely you are to succeed at something. So I'm gonna pick Mateo. Yeah, so he's the one that can tell you if something's gonna go badly or not. You know, he can kind of give you a sense, do I want to try to use this choice or that choice to get through an event?
Start with 6 spaces revealed. Tap to add to team.
Dahlia can reveal spaces, which is nice for knowing where, you know, what you're possibly getting into. That said, there's no guarantee that you won't end up running into the very thing you were trying to avoid by going into an unknown square.
Not selected. Gain 5 health in good weather. Tap to add to team.
Gain 5 health in good weather is Leon. I guess when the weather's good, he's out there cooking on the fire, making stuff. Hello, Canine. There's a couple such creatures throughout the soundscape that I'm using, which is, by the way, from mynoise. Oh, hush. Okay. From that is a soundscape from mynoise.net called Winter Walk. This is the YouTube music version because I don't have my paid version of the app on this device. So here we are coming on to Marie.
Use one extra token for every roll. Count to altitude.
Which gives you an extra token for every roll. I would call it a throw, but we'll talk about how that works. But I think I am gonna take Marie for my final.
Team member Mark 5 rare shell. Team member Mateo 40 rare shell. Team member Marie 400 rare shell.
For my final team member, and as you heard, there is all of our team all arrayed before us. Okay. So, so it basically tells us what our costs are to do this. And now we're going to go ahead and start this expedition. We are going to get underway.
Not select cost breakdown. Base cost. Start expedition for minus 455 rare.
Okay, so there goes my rare shells. We are now on the opening screen.
1-2, 1-, gain 10 plus 1 pumpkin in combat button.
And obviously my combat for pumpkins is still going on. Because I'm planning a community event. So here we go. We're in the actual expedition. And as we get started, we have one more choice to make.
Gain 10 health. Review 3 spaces.
So right sort of towards the lower part of the screen, kind of in the mid-lower part of the screen, are 3 options that Talkback Ava so kindly read out to us, which is to get some energy, get some health, and get some spaces revealed. Health, no matter what happens, you lose health every cotton pick and triangle. I need to remember to call them triangles because that's what we're in. So getting health, I think, is what I'm gonna do, because that gets eaten up pretty quick. You gotta maintain that. So any bit of health you can get, really any bit of health or energy you can get, is invaluable. But health, regardless, like I said, gets eaten up, because the cold is chipping away at your health, and that is a bit of a nuisance. So any bit of health helps. Now here we are on the board. You can obviously, for those who are using vision, you can see, where the board is and what's on the board. But for those of us who can't, you can investigate the board.
1-4, 3-3. 1 dash 2 dash 2 neighbors, 1 dash 2, 1 dash 3, 1 dash 2 neighbors, 2 dash 1, 2 dash 2, 2 dash 1 neighbors, 1 dash 1, 1 dash 1 neighbors, 2 dash 1, 2 dash 1 neighbors, 1 dash 1, 4 dash 1 neighbors, 2 dash 1 neighbors, 1 dash 1, 1 dash 2, 3 dash 1 slide neighbors, 2 dash 1, 4 dash 1.
Now, you want to avoid those rock slides if you can. Because those can be a little awkward. Well, any of the crappy event of the not so cool events, things like rock slides, ice, etc. You want to avoid. But the layout of the board basically is you got level 1, it's a pyramid, the whole thing is a pyramid. Level 1 points is triangle, 4 triangles pointing up. Level 2 is 3 triangles pointing down that kind of nest into the spaces between the triangles of level 1. Level 3 is 3 triangles pointing up. Level 2 is 2 triangles, or level 4, excuse me, is 2 triangles kind of tucked into the spaces of between level 3, and so forth. So you go up to 7 levels. When you get to 7, there's only one triangle, and that is your peak. That is your goal for each pyramid. You'll keep getting pyramids until you run out of, and going up them until you run out of health or energy. So those watching those, which are in the right hand upper part of your screen, kind of the mid upper right hand part of your screen. Below the main board, just above, if you're swiping left and right, you can get to this part easily enough by going to like the bottom of the screen and swiping left from the the combat tab basically. So we're gonna take a look at these locations.
1-1 unknown neighbors, 2-1. 1-2 neighbors, 2.
I am going to browse the board to see where
1-2 neighbors, 1-2, 1.
there might be things that we know we want to avoid.
3-3 neighbors, 2-3, 4-2, 4-2, prevents, neighbors. 3-2 neighbors, 2-2, 4-1 neighbors, 3-1, 1-1 neighbors, 3-1 rock slide neighbors, 2-1.
So there's a rock slide there, so I definitely don't want to use the first square, because if we go up from 1, the only place from there we can go is 2-1. So yeah, we want to move. I'm going to go from the middle of the mountain. Either 1-2 or 1-3. I think I'll take 1-3. So there's that cold damage I was talking about.
Peak number 7-1, peak number 1 move cost 5 health.
We're on the first peak that we are attempting to scale, and it's going to take 5 health every time we move. So as you can see, as you can see, there's a lot of swiping through to do.
Unresolved. Image.
So kind of again in that mid-lower section is where you're going to find the current triangle you're on. And if you find that and swipe right, you get your options. You're going to see a button to choose the option, which I personally think is not entirely necessary, since any spot you click on in the option is going to basically take you to or is going to select that option. But I guess for those who feel like having a definitive choose button helps, it is there.
Fail and lose 5 health.
So failure means you lose 5 health. Now, what does passing and failing look like? It's basically a series of coin flips that decide whether you succeed at an event or fail at it.
Very likely. Number needed to win. 1 of 9.
So I have 9 tokens that I'll be tossing for this particular choice, for the choice of move on carefully. And I only need to get 1 success, 1 pass. The other option is going quickly.
Pass and gain 10 energy. Fail and lose 5 health.
If you pass it, you gain 10 energy, which is very tempting. You lose 5 health if you fail.
Number needed to win. 4 of 7.
But the chance of passing is middle grade. So...
Chance of passing.
oops.
Chance of passing. Number needed to win. 4 of 7.
4 of 7. So this could go either way, but... if we do it, we might get some energy. So let's see. We're going to be listening for the high blips. Those are past her token throws that pass. And hopefully we don't get too many low blips, which are fails. As these tokens, pass-fail tokens, are thrown. It's basically like flipping a coin. Imagine if you flipped a coin and heads was pass and tails was fail. And you flipped a certain number of coins depending on the event. So here we go. High blips are what we want. Oh, we failed. Well, it was worth a try. I mean, it would have given us some more energy, but oh well.
Good weather. Result. Failed.
We failed at good weather with 1 pass out of 4 needed. Well, okay. So now,
Current triangle. 1-3. Event. Good weather. Result. Failed.
we're sitting on 1-3.
2. Unknown. Neighbors. 2-3. Unknown. Neighbors. 1-3. 1-4. 3-3.
I don't want to end up on 3-1, which is where I'd have to go if I went to 2-1. So,
Current triangle. 2-2. Unknown. Neighbors. 1-2. 1-3. 3-2.
yeah, I don't want to end up on 3-1.
2-3.
If I can help it. So we're going to take 2-3.
Choose. Run from it.
Now,
2 neighbors.
what have we got?
Rock slide. Result. Unresolved. Image.
Oh, we got a rock slide. Not cool. Well, we're going to have to do something about that, aren't we? We can clear a path.
Fail and lose 5 health. +9. Gain 1 bonus token for every 10 mining levels. Cost, minus 10 energy.
But that's gonna be 10 freaking energy we're spending to do that. The chances are good, though.
Run for it. Image. Fail and lose 10 health.
You fail at this, you lose 10 health.
For every 30 strength levels.
And
This would raise the required number needed by 2. Chance of passing, very likely. Number needed to win, 3 of 8.
you know what? We got a good chance of passing run for it. So let's go ahead and try running for it.
Mountain expedition, heading.
You hear those higher blips there? Those are the successes, and we got a bunch of them. So we have run for it. We have escaped the rock slide, and we are moving on.
Mountain expedition, heading. 3-3 unknown neighbors, 2-1-4 unknown neighbors, 1-3, good weather, failed, neighbors, 2-2, 2.
So as you see, you can backtrack down the mountain if you really want to. Which I guess if you really got yourself in a bind, or you could see yourself ending up at something you didn't want to go to, you could bail yourself out and go back a different way. I like to avoid doing that because, frankly, it's expensive. You end up, spending health. So we're just gonna
4-2.
jump up here to 3-3
Mountain expedition, heading.
and see what we get.
Rock slide. Unresolved.
Another freaking rock slide. What the heck is up with these rock slides? Alright, let's see what we got for chances. Because it's not always the same.
Fail and lose 5 health. +9. Gain 1 bonus token for every 10 mining levels. Cost, minus 10 energy. Chance of passing, very likely. Choose, run for it. Run for it, image. Fail and lose 10 health. +2. Gain 1 bonus token for every 30 strength levels. You may slip. This would raise the required number needed by 2. Chance of passing, unlikely. Number needed to win, 3 of 8.
Now, here, they're saying it's unlikely. Because,
+2. Gain 1 bonus token for every 30 strength levels.
yeah, they're saying it's unlikely. Which doesn't seem to mesh with what I'm seeing with the 3 of 8. But, you know what? I'm gonna try for it.
Minus 10 health. Toggle health. Cancel expedition. Way back. Set roll result. Failed. Margaret. Button. Mateo. Button. Current triangle. 3-3. Event. Rock slide. Result. Failed. 3-5. Image.
Okay, that was a misread. That did not seem like something got misread there. But whatever. We're going on, and I lost health, and hopefully we'll get some good weather somewhere and get some back.
Result. Failed. 3-5. Image. 4-2. Crevasse. 2-3. Rock slide. Combat. Button.
Oh, well, I miscalculated that. I should not have gone for the for that path, but I did. We're going to go across a crevasse here. Every once in a while, you actually get to know what you're coming up against in advance.
4-2. Crevasse. Neighbors. 3-2. 3-3. 5-2. Current triangle. 4-2. Event. Prevails. Result. Unresolved.
So, unresolved. Let's see. What do we have? We can cross carefully.
15 health. Plus 2. Gain 1 bonus token for cost. Minus 10 energy.
That's gonna take energy, but it's 15 health if we fail, so. And that's a very likely chance of success. Jumping across
25 health.
is more health lost.
40 strength levels. Chance of passing. Unlikely. Number needed to win. 5 of 8.
And that is unlikely. I am not gonna try that. It's gonna eat some energy, but we're gonna cross carefully.
Mountain expedition. Heading.
And be very glad we did, because we succeeded. Alright.
Current triangle. 4-2. Event. Prevails. Result. OK. Button. Mountain expedition.
So,
5-2 unknown neighbors. 4-2. 6-3-2. Unknown. 5. 3-3. Rock slide. 5-2 unknown. Minus 5 health. Mountain expedition.
up to 5.
Grab easy berries. Image. Plus 9. Gain 1. Plus 2. Gain 1 bonus to chance of passing. Very likely. Plus 2.
So,
Berries. Choose. Grab all.
we can grab berries and get more health back. Or we can grab the easy berries and get less health, or, some health back, but not as much. I personally favor going for all the berries because both options are very likely.
Plus 10 health.
Woohoo! And health is improved.
Roll result. Passed. Mountain pause button. 31 roll result. Passed. 31 hours and 8 minutes. 31. Stop button. Pause button. Selfie video button.
Oh, hello. I just saw my freaking screen recorder thingy. I forgot what was there. I guess that's how long I've been doing this, huh? Okay. Past that, our health is 20. Our energy is 30. Our health and our energy is actually better than our health, which is not bad. A bad thing. Sort of.
5-2. Berries. Result. Passed. 3-3. Image. 6-1. Unknown. Neighbors. 5-1. 5-2. 7.
Now we're getting up to the very tip top of the mountain. There are only 2 triangles left on this peak. Here we go.
Mountain expedition. Heading. Current triangle. 6-1. Event. K. Result. Unresolved.
There is a cave here.
Choose. Relax. Image. Pass and gain 10 energy.
We can relax and maybe get some energy back.
Choose. Search for Yeti. Search for.
We can search for a Yeti, which gives us tokens that we can use later.
Pass and gain 10 Yeti token. Fail and lose 5 health.
At this point, I'm a little bit more concerned with things that are going to matter right here, right now, in the expedition. Again, the frozen chests. Things for later. They're not going to help us right here, right now. So we're just going to chill in this cave for a little bit,
Image. Pass and gain 10 energy.
so we can get some energy back.
Chance of passing. Very likely.
And it's a very good chance that we will pass. So we're going to do that. We passed.
Okay. Mountain expedition. Heading. 5-1. Falling ice. Neighbor. 7-1. Unknown neighbors. 6-1.
We are at the end, y'all, of this peak. And we're gonna get another snow coin. Yay! After this.
Mountain expedition. Choose. Move on Red triangle. 7-1. Event. Good weather. Result.
So the weather is good. We can move on carefully.
Chance of passing. Very likely. Choose. Move on quickly. Move on quickly. Image. Pass and gain 10 energy. Fail and lose 5 health. Chance of passing. In the middle. Number needed to win. Pass. Move on quickly. Image.
I learned my lesson. I'm gonna be a good, careful explorer and move carefully. And we already know we passed.
Plus 1 snow coin. Plus 10 energy.
Woohoo! And we are now on peak number 2. Will this be the first peak that I actually finish? We'll see. Oh, crap. Health is crappy though, so... I think I'm gonna give myself some health. Again, for this one.
1-2 unknown neighbors. 1-1 neighbors. 1-1. 1-2. 3-1.
Okay.
2 neighbors. 3 neighbors. 1-1 unknown neighbors. 1-1. 1-2 unknown. 1-3. 2-2. 1 1-3 neighbors. 2-2. 1-2 neighbors. 2-1. 2 neighbors. 3 neighbors. 1 neighbors. 1-1. 1-2. 3-1. 1-3 neighbors. 2-2. 1-2 neighbors. 1-1. 3-3 neighbors. 2-3. 4-2. 4-2 neighbors. 3-2. 3-3. 4-1 neighbors. 3-2 neighbors. 2-2. 4-3-1 neighbors. 2-1. 4-1.
So we really don't know what's coming up here. So I'm just gonna shoot for the middle of the... I tend, when I start a peak, to shoot for the middle because there's more room to move. The health cost has gone up because we're on a second peak. We've been out in the cold for a while. Obviously, if you remember the berries, we're gonna just obviously grab all the berries because... And there we go, passing. Because more health is valuable.
Health, 24 energy, 50.
Our energy is still 50. So we're doing good.
Neighbors, 1-2, 1-3, 3-2.
Again, I like to go up a path that gives me options. So I'm gonna go up here.
Move on quick. Pass and gain 10 energy. Chance of passing. In the middle. Number needed to win. 4. Choose. Move on carefully.
Do I want to spend that much energy?
Choose. Move on quickly. Pass and gain 10 energy. Chance of passing. In the combat. Button. Chance of pass. Move on quickly. Image. Choose. Move on quickly.
We're gonna move on quickly. Oh! Well,
3-4. Image.
that could have been better. But oh well. Such is life. At least.
Okay. Button. Mountain explorer. Health. 13 energy. 50.
Yeah, hopefully we get something that gives us some more health soon.
1-3 unknown 3-2 and minus 6 health.
Up we go. We're probably not gonna reach the top of this peak, y'all.
Cross carefully. Image. Fail and lose +2. Gain cost minus 10 energy. 1. Chance of passing very likely. Health 7 energy. 50.
Yeah. I gotta take the... the easier path. And we pass.
4-2 unknown. Neighbors. 3-4-1. Unknown. Retro 4-2. Unknown.
Again, staying upward on the mountain.
Choose. Search for a frozen chest. Chance of passing. Likely. Look +2. Pass and gain 10 health. Look for food. Image.
We're gonna look for food because we're gonna be screwed if we don't get some health going here. Woohoo! Food has been found! Sweet! Alright. Not beaten yet!
4-2. 6-1.
Up we go. I think this is the highest that I have gotten in Mountain Expedition so far. As far as doing all of the peaks.
Fail and lose 5 health. Choose. Relax. Choose. Relax. Choose. Pass and gain 1 frozen. Search for a frozen chest. Choose. Relax.
We're gonna just chill and get our energy back.
Mountain Expedition. OK. Button. Mountain Expedition.
Alright.
Shelter 6-1. Neighbors. 5-1. 5-2. 7-1.
Again, two triangles to go. Can we make it? Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. I think we're gonna, yeah, I think we're gonna end up.
Mountain Expedition menu.
Yep, and that is the end of that expedition. But I got a snow coin out of it, dang it. I now have, ooh, 1 snow coin away from actually getting some mountain boots. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at this new
Forest Spirit stance. Attack 80. Enemy bone.
I've probably gotten enough freaking pumpkins.
Shield drops 4. Toggle health. The hidden grove. Stop combat.
Oh, I need to choose my combat spot. That's right. Okay.
Combat Shigeru combat spots.
So,
Combat levels. Go back. Button. Quest go back. Button. Question mark. Assault villain. Question mark. Arboreal. Combat unable. Button. Reflected realm. Unable. But arboreal. Question mark.
let's see if I can find this Yeti token now that I've... Oh, no tokens available. Okay.
Question mark. Unable. Button. Conjured combat. Heading. Change some Yeti states. Attack. 90. Strength. 90. 135 attack. Level 91. Bonus. Change. Swap weapon. Change selected combat.
Changing my combat to defense because I want to get that extra level to...
X21. Defense experience. 1000.
I want to get my defense up for that extra token. And here we go.
Yeti states. Attack.
I'll show you what you get for a Yeti, and then...
1x large claw, common, 1. Previous enemy, 3x blueberry, common, 1x next enemy, but 1x ancient bone, uncommon.
Oh, Yetis drop you ancient bone. That is good to know.
1x tone of ice, uncommon, combat, button,
And Tomes of Ice. So that is the Mountain Expedition basics, and I'll do another extra on the bear game as well. I've heard some people have some trouble with that. Admittedly, I'm not very good at the bear game myself. I understand the concept, though, and I can at least show, you know, how to make the pieces move and see where the pieces are and stuff. So I'll be doing that next. it'll be either that or community that will come next. So, as I said before, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out the Discord and the Mastodon link as well. You'll find me there. And if you are enjoying these videos and would be willing and able, it would help if you could throw some support to me on Ko-fi.com. The link I also have in my description as well, to kind of help me make some improvements to my setup and just stress a little bit less about surviving and thus be able to focus on the creation process more. So, until next time.
Net media. Screen recorder.